Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Retro Sunday series. Today it is time to play F1 Championship Season 2000. And I thought I'd play this game today because today the 2020 season starts. So it is officially 20 years since the 2000 season. That is frightening. And this game as well is 20 years old. Released on the 15th of December 2000 for the PlayStation 2 console. Also released for the PlayStation. It was released a little bit earlier for the PlayStation on the 28th of September. Also released on Windows on the 8th of December. And also for the Game Boy Color in 2000. Not exactly sure on a date of that. But it's a big game for the PS2. It is the first EA Sports F1 title to be released on the PS2. Obviously still on the PS during that crossover phase from PlayStation to PS2. It is also only the second Formula 1 game on the PlayStation 2. The first was F1 Racing Championship, developed by, I think it's Video System, published by Ubisoft in 1999. But Formula 1 2000 was released, the Sony game that is, of course, was released just on the PlayStation. So this is the first EA licensed game for the PS2. A game that got fairly good ratings, to be honest, sort of 8 out of 10 wherever you look. You know, you've got a very good F1 game apparently. And for this console, it was developed by EA Redwood Shores. It was developed by Visual Science for the PS1, Image Space Incorporated for the PC, who also went on to develop R Factor, F1 Career Challenge, etc, etc. And for the Game Boy Color, it was developed by Teartex Design Studios, but of course, it was all published by EA Sports. And some good reviews, just read one from IGN and GameSpot that have said it's pretty good. You know, fires on all cylinders. And apparently is a bit of a better game than its Sony counterparts. Let's get into this, shall we? Let's go and have a race. Just have a quick look at what it says on the back. So the definitive Formula 1 experience, unrivaled Formula 1 authenticity. EA Sports advanced graphic technology captures the sheer adrenaline of Formula 1 racing, featuring high-resolution visuals and high-speed gameplay with in-depth support from the Orange Arrows Formula 1 team. Interesting. Witness spectacular crashes and flying debris as cars flip, spin and roll with accurately modelled damage effects. Multiplayer competition as well. 22-man motion captured pit crew and a full broadcast presentation from Jim Rosenthal from ITV. So let's get into this. So we've got race now, which is the quick race. We've got multiplayer, so we can do split screen or time challenge. You've got the different game modes, so you can do just a single Grand Prix. A custom championship, so can you possibly maybe do a certain number of races. That's a cool thing to see. And then you've got a few options in here. Audio and visual, again, screen adjustment, blah, blah. And of course, it is available in a range of European languages. But let's just have a look at these, because I always like looking at this in the old games. Let's have a look at EA Sports Season Preview.
Games begin. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Let the games begin, eh? Oh, back when EA wasn't just bloody football. God. Right, let's have a look through the drivers then for the 2000 season. Not exactly sure about the 2000 season, who drove where. Obviously I know the obvious ones, and I'm very familiar with the two seasons beside it. But of course this was the debut of Jenson Button in 2000, probably drive with him. So we've got Hakkinen and Coulthard, of course the new two-time world champion Mika Hakkinen, David Coulthard, Michael Schumacher, Rubens Barrichello. I mean, remember, Schumacher was only a two-time champion at this point. Quite incredible to think that Hakkinen and Schumacher had the same amount at this point. Barrichello also on the grid, Frentzen and Trulli in the Jordan car after Damon Hill left. In the Jaguar, we've got Eddie Irvine and Johnny Herbert. Cool. I mean, Johnny Herbert's getting on at this point, already the age of 36. Ralf Schumacher and Jenson Button. the debut for Jenson Button in that Williams. Giancarlo Fisichella in the Benetton, joined by Alex Wirtz, so no change in the Benetton. In the Profs, we've got a Lacey and Heidfeld. I think it was probably Heidfeld's first season. Pedro Diniz and Mika Salo in the Sauber. De La Rosa and Verstappen in the Arrows. And Marc Genet and Mazzacane in the Minardi. And in the BAR, Jacques Villeneuve and Ricardo Zonta. So pretty similar to the season before. A few changes. The likes, as I said, of Damon Hill going out, Takagi out as well. But we're going to drive with Jenson Button. Let's have a look at the circuits. I think that you can only drive a certain amount of circuits. Yeah, I thought so. So we can go around the old Silverstone circuit, Monza, Hockenheim. Let's have a look at the other circuits in the game. So we've got Imola. Would have loved to have gone around that. Maybe we can try and get 2 points there. I don't know if we can. Austria, the old A1 ring, which is basically the same as what it is today. Melbourne, Barcelona, Indianapolis, Nürburgring, Manicourt, Montreal, Sepang, Hungaroring, Interlagos, Spa-Francorchamps, Suzuka and Monaco. But today we will go to... Let's do Monza. Why not? Bit different. On my previous Retro Sunday, I think we've done a lot of Silverstone in Germany. So why not? Let's go to Monza and let's see what's in store for us.
Hello there, welcome to the historic 5.8-kilometre Monza. We are close to Milan in northern Italy. Who could forget last year we saw one of the most memorable images of the season. Mika Hakkinen in tears after letting an easy victory slide away. Located in northern Italy, the circuit is filled with those fanatical fans, the Tifosi. The Ferrari team is the focus of all the attention at this event. The Italian crowd will be looking for their countryman Giancarlo Fisichella to give them a great show. Get ready then for some of the fastest driving of the year here at Monza.
Let's go then. Assists are on. There's no pretending that this is always a little bit awkward to drive. And look at that off the line. Not exactly the best start for Jenson there. We've got past someone though. Oh my god, look at this. Of course, this was the old style Monza first corner, wasn't it? Not quite as slow as it is nowadays. Better design, but yeah, I obviously wasn't alive for that. I was born in 2001, but I do remember seeing that 1999 Italian Grand Prix where Mika Hakkinen was about 10 seconds in front of probably Michael, I would guess. And at that first chicane, spun it, hit the wall. Oh, no controller, that's marvellous. Hit the wall, and that was his race finished. A little bit clunky, I have to say, this seems to be. But it's 20 years old now. Quite incredible to think it is that old and that the PS2 system has been released that long now, really. I know it hit 20 earlier on this year. Going past the Jaguar there into 11th place. Just listen to the scream of them V12s. It does sound a little bit computer generated, mind you. Just with the same sound for every gear. But a good start for us. I think Jenson will be pleased with this in any car, to be honest, to make up 12th place on the first lap. I wonder if we've got braking assist on or something like that. Assists. Assists off. Gears auto. We'll turn assists off and see how we get on. We'll soon know whether it's made a difference or not. But here's the Arrows, quite high up for them really in 9th place. But it took Codemasters a long time to bring in the... Oh, bloody hell. Bring in the TV style graphics to their game. I mean, they've not quite done it totally with the in-game, the in-race stuff with like what they've got with Jenson Button P8. But Codemasters have now started to get the official theme tune, the official stuff, and it looks really good. And that's what's so good about these old games as well, that they did that. And these old games, in many ways, better than the current batch of games. But that was a bit of a dreadful entry, wasn't it? But 8th place, very happy with that. As you can see, 1st place is on the radar, going all the way down the straight towards Ascari. I have been to Monza in real life. Went here. I mean, it's incredible, really. It's been 5 years since I've been to Monza now. Doesn't seem that long at all. 2015 Grand Prix. Oh, whoops. Took the Arrows out, poor guy. Got some signed autographs. I think it was Will Stevens and Roberto Meri at Manor. I mean, I can't believe that was 5 years ago now. And I've got Roman Grosjean and Felipe Nasr as well. Was that the 4? Yes, that's right. Just listen to the scream, I love it. Parabolic are pretty much flat. Apart from when you put it in the grass, obviously. Obviously, these controls are a little bit clunky, but not too bad at all. So, we're in a bit of a no man's land situation here. Going into lap 3. 25 seconds between Michael and us. I mean, I love that. The fact that we've got past 16 other drivers and miraculously we are, in effect, 12.5 seconds a lap slower than Michael Schumacher, who obviously was dominant in this period. I think I'm right in saying that 2000, if you like, the even years were his most dominant. Obviously in 2002 we had the infamous incident at Austria where Barrichello was had to let Michael through. Oops. But it wasn't until the next season that drivers like Kimi Räikkönen and Felipe Massa appeared on the grid for the first time. I think it was 01 anyway with Kimi. In fact, I'm sure it is, because he was in the Sauber, wasn't he? Come to think of it, wasn't Massa in the Sauber first off? I don't think they were together. I could be wrong. I think Massa was possibly 02. Because Kimi only had the 1 year at Sauber. And then went straight to McLaren. Because his compatriot, Mika Hakkinen, this would be his penultimate season. 2001 would be his final season. And you do forget that there actually was... Oh, I missed that we'd got past someone there. You do forget there was actually an Italian driver on the grid, don't you, at this point? You've got Giancarlo Fisichella. Fastest lap, though, from us. That's great to see. I must admit, any small steering input and it gets treated like something ridiculous. Let's see if we can get up to P5 by the end of the lap. So the race positions after 3 laps. Michael leads, Hakkinen second. I mean, Jacques Villeneuve in 4th with that DAR. What a result that would be for him. Goodness me. So is it David in 5th? David Coulthard. See if we can get past him. Just a nightmare some of these steering inputs are. So we got past Jarno Trulli for 6th place. He's already 6 seconds back. So we've obviously got the pace here. Be great if we could get those 2 points. I'd really like to have a good go around Imola. But just on power, we've got past David Coulthard. Who would have thought that in 9 years' time after this, David Coulthard would be commentating on Jenson Button winning the championship. Wow. But there's 4th place just up the road, but it's going to be a little bit too little too late. And in this 4-lap race in the BMW Williams, we've got from last to 5th. I don't think you can argue with that after 4 laps, to be honest. So coming across the finishing line, Michael Schumacher wins the race. I think Hakkinen will get 2nd. Barrichello 3rd. Villeneuve 4th, yes, and ourselves in 5th. So obviously points only down to 6th in 2000, so we managed to pick up 2 championship points. Jarno Trulli 7th, Fisichella 8th. Verstappen doing well in 9th in the Arrows. Frentzen 10th. Who was at the back? Oh dear. Genet, Heidfeld and Mazzucano didn't finish the race. That's a shame for them. But let's do one more race. I think that we can possibly get onto Imola now. I hope we can, because I haven't driven Imola in many of these tracks. Championship points. Yes, we can get to Imola. Excellent. Let's do it. I realise I've gone with Button again, but oh well.
Hello there, good afternoon. I'm glad you could join us as we watch the action of this 4.9-kilometre circuit. Last year, the circuit claimed Mika Hakkinen's Mercedes McLaren as it speared into the wall on the start-finish straight. Williams have a great record here. They've won an amazing 7 times, but are closely followed by McLaren, who have 6 race wins at Imola. Jarno Trulli supporters will be looking for a day to remember from their man. We hope you'll enjoy what's sure to be a superb event.
Here we go again then. Don't know why it's all of a sudden changed to the left-hand side. No idea. I'm not turning in that way, I'll tell you that. And we're off. Of course, that first corner, second... Oh, we've hit the arrow, sorry. That second corner is no longer the classic just veering turn. full pelt. It is a chicane now. Oh my god, we're so quick. We took out the Jaguar. Well, that's a Jaguar out the race. We took an Arrows and a Jag out. And we've now hit the Benetton. Oh, whoa, we've hit him again. Well, it's a bit more like rookie form, but nevertheless, we've made up 8th place at the start here. Gotta love Imola. Again, does it? Whoa, we've been tagged from behind by the BAR and we've hit him again. Put him in the right direction. Oh, he's just gone spinning. How many times I don't remember. I think we've got damage here because we are veering to the side on straights. Yeah, I think we have. But obviously Imola could be a race this year in Formula 1. That's exciting, isn't it? Going back to Imola for the first time since '06. Gotta be. I'll tell you what, this car is damaged, I think. Certainly feels like it. Cycling through the different cams. No cockpit cam in this year's game. But compared to what there was at the time, I haven't actually played the Formula 1 2000 game, I don't think. I think 2001 is the first one I've played for the Sony games. Obviously, the F1 2000 was on the PS1, so EA beat them to it. Beat Sony to it in terms of getting the game on the PS2. I mean, Ubisoft beat them all by getting F1 Racing Championship onto the PS2. We'll have to see if we can get a hold of that F1 Racing Championship game. And maybe F1 2000. Played a lot of F1 games on the Retro Sundays show. I think I've done 2001, 2002, 2005. I've done obviously the EA and Sony games where I own them. The one I really want to do, but I haven't got the opportunity to at the moment, is F1 Championship Edition for the PS3. What a game that was, and continues to be. Whoops. We're doing our best to take everyone out here, aren't we? Well, Hakkinen leads this race, and nice to see it's not just Schumacher. Oh, dear. It's just amazing, really, to think that after Hakkinen won in '99, that there wouldn't be a McLaren driver who won it till 2008. And of course, we've been waiting 12 years hereafter for one. And equally with Ferrari. Winning 5 up to 2004. Winning in 2007 with Kimi Räikkönen. And not winning at all from then. And to think how many of the teams aren't in the sport these days. BAR, not there. I know a lot of them have morphed into other projects. But BAR not there, Jaguar not there. Minardi, of course. I mean, Williams are still there, but the BMW name not in Formula 1 anymore. I mean, even Sauber not in Formula 1 these days. Jordan, of course. Prost. Incredible, really, to think how the sport's changed in 20 years. Oh, dear. Can we get up to P9? So Benetton up ahead. We took that corner, probably the best. We took it all day. And we're up to P9. Can we score a point? Let's see. 3 places to make up. 8th place a little while ahead, so we're going to struggle. Just depends where 7th and 6th are compared to 8th. See what the race positions are after 3 laps. So Hakkinen leads. Michael Schumacher 2nd. Coulthard 3rd. Barrichello 4th. Ralf Schumacher 5th. Frentzen 6th. There's the Sauber. Oh, took way too much speed coming out of there, but we're up to 8th as we enter the final lap of the race. I don't quite think we're going to be able to get Frentzen for 6th. Certainly try and get 7th place though. We'll take being the bridesmaid on this occasion after doing really well in Monza. So it's Villeneuve just 1.7 seconds up the road. As long as we don't keep going into the gravel trap, we'll eat up that very quickly. Come on, Jensen, put your foot down. Won't be able to beat our teammate, unfortunately, this time. Whoops, that didn't really help. We're trying our best, I tell you, not to get any points here. Good exit here, though. Just tap the back of Villeneuve. It's going to be close, coming up to the end of the race. 32 seconds to Mika Hakkinen in 4 laps. Oh, he's gained a bit of time there. Might be a struggle to get past. It might just be a kamikaze move Down the straight, we got the slipstream. Go to the racing line. There's 6th. Come on, Jensen. Oh, no. Overcooked that one. 6th place, just far too far ahead of the road. Sod it. Wait, we got no penalty. We didn't get a penalty. Oh, we're lapping someone. Oh, there's 6th. Oh, they puff of smoke across the line. But Frentzen was 5 seconds up the road. We were just lapping someone. So Mika Hakkinen wins the race. Schumacher 2nd. Coulthard 3rd. Barrichello 4th. Schumacher 5th. And Frentzen in 6th. And what's the not finishing less like? Well, we took out the arrows of Verstappen. I think we took out the Jaguar of Irvine. We probably took out most of those. It's fair to say. But I've really enjoyed that. I don't think it's a game I'd particularly play for hours on end these days because of the handling and just how clunky it is. But it's a great one to go back to, as is all of these games. Not quite got the points for the A1 ring, so can't quite race around there today. But if you've enjoyed that little video, make sure to leave a like down below. Go and watch the rest of the F1 content on the channel if you haven't done already. There are videos on F1 2009, F1 2005... And, yeah, see what you can find in the Retro Sunday playlist. There's also a video on Racing Simulation 3. Quite possibly the worst Formula 1 game of all time. Thank you for watching, though. I've been TIJ Gamer. Until the next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye for now.